welcome back. I'm Carrie and this is Keep It Simple DIY. Today's an exciting video. We have finished Pantry Challenge. I know I was late, but we did it. We were successful. I am going to show you all of my pantry, all of my freezers, everything, so you can see where I'm at. I have done some shopping, so let's get right into it. So as you know, for Pantry Challenge, I put everything here that I wanted to use, and I have used most of it. The only thing left that I haven't used yet are the baked beans, the beef, the apple jelly, the sweet chili, and then the grits. And so I'm going to continue to use those, but I'm officially ending my pantry challenge. I think it was a great success. I added to this area a little bit even after the last video, and then I used that stuff. And so we are doing fantastic. Now, next up, I need to organize because I usually have all of this stuff on both of these two shelves. So now that pantry challenge is over, I can kind of get back to usual and reorganize. But what we're looking like in here, I did get some Alfredo sauce. And then we have everything that's been in here. So we have tuna, we have, gosh, you know what? Hold that thought. Let me reorganize it and then we'll continue on. I know. All right, we are back in business. This is much better. So I usually keep my non-canned items up here and then my canned items down here, my store canned items, not my home canned. So down here we have a bunch of olives because if you're making anything pizza related, that's a must in this house. We have all of the coconut milk. I have all the different curry supplies. Tuna. I have only one left of the baby carrots. I've got some rotel. I've got some diced green onions, some crushed tomatoes, and then some tomato paste, as well as some taco seasoning. And we have Milo right here with us. Next up, I have everything that's not in a can. We have some chili sauce, some barbecue sauce. We have Milo. We have Alfredo sauce. We have salsa. I've got this marinade. It is a Caribbean style jerk marinade. And then these things are from Target. These are, they're not fantastic, but they're not terrible. They're really nice and quick and easy on a day when you don't want to make a sauce from scratch. So I have sesame, it's sweet sesame, pad thai, and then chicken pot pie. Already talked about that. We'll eventually get to that. I'm a little lost on the grits. Over here, we have the zucchini powder. I use some of this. This stuff smells fantastic. And some country gravy mix that is opened. Next up is where I did some purchases and I added to the chips collection. I do have some regular chips because I made some freezer meals and I made lunch and I brought that over to my friend when she was moving, and so I have chips because I bought a bunch of chips. There weren't as many people there and then I ended up with chips and ate a bunch of chips, and you know how it goes. But anyways, my goal really is to only have protein chips in the house, because if I have protein chips in the house, if I'm eating chips, I'm eating something at least a little bit healthy. So we have some of these Endurance brands. They were just okay. Those are chickpea chips. And then I have some Wild brand, and these are chicken chips. So those are interesting. I haven't tried the buffalo yet, but the chicken and waffles was interesting. It was definitely not bad. It was good, but it was interesting. And then I have not tried this yet. Let me put this one back. This is the Legends barbecue chips. Haven't tried it yet. We'll see how it goes when we try it. And then I've been liking to keep some type of a beef stick or a protein stick. And so I bought this. I've been buying the chomps, but I thought I'd try something different. These aren't as high in protein, not as healthy for you, but they're still there. That is my goal, is I'm up in the protein. If I can have all my snacks have protein, we're great. I have my two different kinds of crackers. I always have those there. I have pretzels that have been here for a while. I probably want to work on going through those soon. Got graham crackers. I did not actually use the marshmallow bits, but I think next time I make cookies, I'll throw those in. And then I have a bunch of nuts back here. We've got some salted peanuts, got honey roasted, and then I have 3 different kinds of nuts that came in a package. And then same story up here. This is all the cereal. I like to keep my cereal at the top because I can't reach the top, but this way everything's like right here and I'm on my tippy toes and I can reach now. But I have some Great Grains, some this, it's hard to see it, Wonderoos Keto. It was not good. Don't get it. I got some honey oat clusters, and we've got, these are good, the Kashi. These aren't as healthy for you, but these are more healthy than like Fruit Loops. Those are really good. And then I have keto friendly this cereal. I'm not on a keto diet or anything, but I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier if I'm going to be eating cereal. I have some of these rice cakes left, and then some honeycomb. Jumping over to the side, I didn't really go through anything over here. I have all of my baking supplies. So I have some nuts that are not the snacking nuts like above. We've got some coconut, and everything else in there is different kinds of chocolate chips. I've got molasses and shortening. I've got a bunch of different kinds of syrup. We have corn syrup, and we have maple syrup, and I have sugar-free syrup. This is all of the butters. So I have regular peanut butter, I have natural peanut butter, I have almond butter, cashew butter, and cookie butter. We tried that together in the Ross video. So if you didn't see me try that, go try it. It was delicious. I also have some cherries and some different Jell-O packets and pudding packets. We've got quite a bit of sweetened condensed milk. I had plans to do a lot of candy making towards the end of the year, and that just didn't happen, so I still have all of the ingredients. But I have 2 different cans of pumpkin, and I have 2 cans of evaporated milk. This is on the list. This has been up here forever, so I need to get to making tamales stat because I don't even know if this is all still good. It should be. It's dried, so we shouldn't have any issues. So here's where we're at. We've just been in these 2 and coming down. I'm going to go to this drawer next. This is the candy drawer. I have learned over the course of this last 2 months of Pantry Challenge that chocolate, if I eat too much of it, causes silent migraines. So we're trying to not eat too much of it. I'm limiting myself to like 1 piece of chocolate every couple of days. I feel like I could handle that, but I feel even better when I don't. So what I've done is I've gotten some other things. I always like to keep fruit snacks. I've decided to try to just get into caramels in lieu of chocolate. So that's been helping for my sweet tooth that doesn't come to like the tangy sweets. I did get some Twizzlers. I have some Nerds, and then I got this at the Dollar Tree. And so I did try it in the video. It's not as good as the 90s version, so I would almost suggest not getting it unless you just want it for the nostalgic reason. I haven't eaten any more of it because I'm pretty sure it gave me a migraine as well. So that's a fun thing we're dealing with in 2024. Otherwise, there's literally just candy left over from Halloween and Christmas. Down to the next. This is where I keep noodles and rice and potatoes and such. So I've got a little bit of mac and cheese back here. I think there's more than 1. Oh yeah, there's 3. We got 3 mac and cheeses. We have loaded baked mashed potatoes. It's not the most organized in here right now. Let me move a few things around, and there. Good enough, right? Got some orzo and wild rice. What's this? This is barley. So I did use some barley, so we made some progress there. Down on this shelf, we actually don't have a ton. I've got some chia seeds way back there. I've got the flax meal. I've got almond flour, and then I also have whole wheat flour. I do keep soy milk. I'm going to need to buy that again soon. And I have some sourdough starter. And this is from 8/18 of last year. And I started my sourdough in February. So I am going to be rehydrating some soon because 8/18 is not a very mature sourdough. And I now have, well, what is it? It's April. So now I have April sourdough that I can put in here. That way, if I ever need to reconstitute it, I will have, you know, the more mature version. Jumping right over here, this is just the cats area. I need to buy some more of this food. I did buy it, but the order got canceled, so I need to try again. And someone's real excited, so I think I need to pause and give him a lickum. All right, he is happy down there with his lickum. Here is a drawer this is my favorite drawer. So what we've got in here is some oatmeal. I did eat 1 oatmeal. I kind of should use that up. We have some popcorn. I have a leftover cookie. I have a leftover magic spoon treat. All of these for the most part are protein. I kind of strayed a little bit this time. These are Twinkies that, I don't know, they're the little ones. They're not as good. They were in the other cabinet. I just moved them here because they would fit better. But all of these are protein bars. These are delicious. The churro, what does that brand say? That brand says Unite. So the Churro Unite. These are really good. I always get different ones. I just pick what's on sale and that's what I buy. So this is what I like to keep full of different protein bars because we're sticking with the protein. If I'm not going to be eating a good breakfast, I at least need to grab something healthy. All right, to everybody's favorite cabinet, which is the canned foods. We are doing pretty good. Up here is where I keep my overfill, and there's only carrots at this point. I am way in need of restocking. I also have all of my stocks. We have our turkey stock and our pork stock. This is my last turkey stock of the 2022 turkey. And then behind it, it's a little bit lighter, but that's all of the 2023 turkey stock. And then I do have another bone of pork that I could make more pork stock out of. Next down, we have chickpeas. We have navy beans. We have navy beans in a bigger jar. And is this pinto beans or is this more navy beans? That might be more navy beans. I do need to can pinto beans, especially pinto beans like refried bean style. I have one black bean left back there, and then these are the two baked beans that didn't turn out great. They're safe, but they just don't have much flavor, so we still need to use those, so I put them in the front. Next down, we have corn that is not from the garden, that's from frozen. I have green beans that I definitely let grow for too long, so this year, the goal is to not let our green beans get as big. And then carrots, and then let's see, over on the side, I have a bunch of carrots, and then this is my last jar of mushrooms, so I need to can mushrooms. It's been a minute. 2021 was the last time I canned mushrooms, and I canned a ton of them, and so this is the last jar I have, so that's going to be on the list as well. I guess at this point, that would probably fit down here, but we'll leave it. Down below is just smaller jars. The apple jelly, I did not get to doing anything with that, so that's still on my list of things I want to do. Same with the sweet chili sauce, but I can just put that on chicken. I had 4 of them. I've used all but 1. We also have our strawberry jam that we canned together. And then I have some little jars of black... I don't! Okay. Well, we have strawberry jam. I used the last of the blackberry jam. What did I use that on? I don't remember, but I remember it being delicious. So we only have strawberry jam and apple jelly. I have some onions, and then I have little tiny jars of pork stock there. Next down, we got some canning done, so that was super successful. We got 5 jars of tomato sauce from last year's tomatoes. We did that during the pantry challenge, and we now have tomato sauce on the shelf. Now, it's not very much, but I did try to cook it down a little bit more than usual. It's still quite watery, even though I cooked it down for a while. Well, it's, ooh, don't do that. The bottom seems thicker than the top, but that's about how thick it is. And I did not flavor that at all because I want to be able to use it for anything and flavor it the way that I want to then. I have 3 jars left of barbecue sauce, so that'll likely be on the list soon. We have 3 jars left of pork, 2 jars left of beef. I did use one of the beef jars. I'm not the biggest fan of the beef, but you know, when I ate it, I actually really liked it, so maybe I changed my mind. And I have my one lonely jar of chicken. I've been avoiding using it. I love the chicken. I usually make like 18 pints at a time. And I just have been avoiding it because it's the last one. I want to leave it there just in case I need a quick and easy meal. As if I don't, you know. And then we have 1 blueberry pie left. I did use one of these in my cinnamon rolls. They weren't cinnamon, they were just blueberry, and they didn't even turn into rolls. So I guess they weren't any of that. We did make a good dent on the sweet potatoes, so we only have 4 of those left. There's our regular potatoes. I think burritos are in my future because there's a lot of potatoes there. And then here is our canned zucchini pineapple. You guys, this is amazing. I might be doing this every year because I flippin' love it. I had to turn around and talk about this. I love this stuff. So zucchinis, you know, you plant 1 plant, maybe 2 plants, and you get 500 zucchinis. That might be exaggerating a little bit, but it feels like that. And sometimes they are humongous. So this is a fantastic way, got hair in my eye. This is a fantastic way to use it up. And I've been using this in like everything. I put this in chicken meatballs. I put it in basically anything that uses a teriyaki sauce. This works perfectly in it. This plus a little bit of soy sauce or cocominos and some water. maybe water. You don't necessarily even need water. Cornstarch, done. I will probably do this forever and ever because it's amazing. All right, next up. This is all of my standard stuff that I keep here. So I've reorganized a little bit, so we'll go through it. We have tapioca starch, potato starch, hash browns, and yes, the label's coming off, the extra grits, cornmeal, and peppers, which I don't really eat peppers, so I gotta figure out what to do with those. We have powdered sugar, oats, rice flour, sweet rice flour, sugar, jasmine rice flour, milk, basmati rice, baking powder and soda, salt, panko, cornstarch, chocolate chips, and cocoa. The flour is right here because I'm about to make gnocchis. I have the instant potatoes and I have the 2 other jars of sweet potatoes that I want to be using up, and so that is coming next. On this side, I have the dark cocoa, the black cocoa. Is that what it's called? Black cocoa? It's the Oreo style cocoa. I have the spinach powder. Note that there is no sour cream powder on top of it. If you did not see my freezer meals video where I made the most disgusting burrito casserole, definitely go check that out. I just threw away the powder. I've never liked it. I'm done with it. We have celery, cheese powder, and peanut butter powder. We have masa, where you probably saw I had more masa up in the cabinet. So we need to get on making those tamales. I have some Swerve, xanthan gum. I have some gluten-free flour, it's just regular kind. I've got cassava flour, and then I've got coconut flour and an empty jar. Now in here, all I keep is some parchment paper, and then I keep some oven mitts and the inserts to the air fryer. And then down here, I keep the cat. Just kidding. Milo, can I film a video? This is super organized. I'm kidding again. But we have some, what do you call those things? Those are breadcrumbs. We have breadcrumbs. We have all the packets from stores. We've got different types of oil. We got olive oil and vegetable oil and some vinegar. Otherwise, it's just all supplies that are stashed up there and Milo. All right, we are making our way over to the cabinet, but in the meantime, we have some food that will be food. We've planted, here's how we're looking. There's a sugar pie pumpkin there. We've got some tomatoes, a celery, onions, and some flowers, and some peppers that are just starting to sprout. Down here's my potatoes. I need to get those planted out shortly. All right, this is looking pretty low. It is about time for me to restock it. I have 1 thing of salt, 1 thing of cocoa powder. We have a whole thing of powdered milk, which I will need to be using soon because my powdered milk is towards the bottom. Tons of baking powder, baking soda, cornstarch, and then I have all of my gluten-free flour. So I got rice flour, sweet rice flour, potato starch, and tapioca starch behind there. You may not be in here. Now this needs some work. So I usually have ketchup and mustard. Is that the only thing else? But we've got some Sweet and Low, country gravy mix. That's the last one of these. I stocked up once upon a time because I was gluten-free, and this is a gluten-free mix. It's delicious, but I don't need gluten-free anymore. I have the grape jelly that goes with the chili sauce in the other room, so that'll make some meatballs. We have some wine and rice vinegar. Wait a minute. Is that the rice vinegar I just bought? Because I was out of rice vinegar and then I bought rice vinegar. And remind me to look when we get to the fridge, because if this is the rice vinegar that I had, then I did have rice vinegar when I didn't think I did. Anyway, sweet golden mustard, which I've never tried before, and this is my favorite teriyaki sauce. However, I am wondering, there might be an issue with soy sauce and headaches for me, so we shall see about that. Now, were you here during my debacle of, oh, I do have oyster sauce. Did I say I didn't have oyster sauce in one of my videos? You guys, I need to get in here more often, huh? Let me move some stuff over. Much better. We need ketchup. Probably don't need mustard. I have 3 different mustards in the fridge. But we've got Worcestershire, soy sauce. Oh, I was telling you a story about the Worcestershire and soy sauce. Okay. I bought Worcestershire and soy sauce. I've told you this before, but I didn't know I had some. So I had some, and now I have a ton. And I've even brought some over to my parents and like did a switcheroo of they gave me barbecue sauce, I gave them this, and we still have a ton. So lots of that to use, but summer grilling season is coming, and I love some Worcestershire sauce on the grill with meat, of course. Hoisin sauce, fish sauce, and oyster sauce, because that's our other favorite, grilling or stir fry. Down here is just where I keep the beans. Everything's the same here. We have some pinto beans. Oh, I guess rice too. And then some other beans up in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, we do have black beans. I need to can some black beans. And then we've got pinto beans and then basmati rice and jasmine rice. And then over here is where I keep our powdered sugar and our regular sugar. And it looks like I do not have a back supply of powdered sugar right now. So here we go. This is how those come. They come packaged like that. We're over at the fridge. So I have some pickles and I have a little bit of ginger left. I did use the rest of the garlic that was here. I have soy milk. This one's almost empty, so I always put one behind to get cold. Some margarine, low sugar, jam, which is not very good. And can't believe it's, I'm not even showing you guys it. I can't believe it's not butter. This is the area that I wanted to use up, and little by little I will. I did use the curry salsa. Oh, well, it's not all stuff that I wanted to use up. This has just gotten all mixed up. So need to reorganize, but mustards, taco seasoning sauce, whatever that is. The Worcestershire sauce that we made, I haven't used that yet. Sun-dried tomatoes, sweet and sour, sweet chili sauce, and some salsa. Down here we've got some mirin, some cocoa aminos, some more. Yeah, you see this? This is all sorts of discombobulated. So the mirin goes down below. The cocoa aminos goes down. Oh, is this the problem? That's why it's discombobulated. It does not fit. Okay, not me reorganizing mid-video. Okay, we've got this is not mustard, this is mayonnaise, and I put the date that I opened it on here because it says that it is good until not very much longer, but I just opened it, so I wanted to know later on that, yeah, it's still good. My last Lonely ketchup, so I need to buy that, some extra barbecue sauce from the store, and then some balsamic vinegar. And I made that balsamic chicken in the chicken in the chicken freezer meals video, and I haven't tried it yet, but my friend did and she said it's fantastic, so definitely make that meal. And then down here I have, this is weird, so sriracha probably should go with the spicy thing. Anyways, you can see the stuff: hoisin sauce, fish sauce, soy sauce, liquid smoke, curry paste, tons of spicy things. We've got some red wine vinegar, some sherry, and some lemon juice, and lots more spicy things. This is where the potatoes were. They are all gone now. Next up is just some tortillas. That's all that's left in there. The fridge is pretty bare at the moment. I haven't completed the full shopping, but I did get some things. I do tend to shop in like pieces. Like I'll do the cat food, and then I'll do the protein bars, and then I'll do the cereals. Like I kind of just do a little bit at a time. Otherwise it's too much. So I have some cheese, I have cream cheese, a little bit of eggs, some butter, and then these are the 3 cheeses that came in like that package that I got. And then we have some drinks. I like to keep some protein drinks, and my husband's been drinking these a lot. And then this is soda. We don't use soda very much at all. Like I bought all that soda last year, 2 years ago probably, and it's still there. I just have a few cans of fruit, and I like to keep them in the fridge so that they're cold. I have leftover carrots from when I made lunch at my friend's house. I have some strawberries because yum. And there's my sourdough starter. So yeah, pretty empty fridge right now. Yesterday I just cleaned it out. Well, I didn't clean it, like you could tell from down there. Not clean, but I took out anything that was bad. In here I have a couple meatballs left. I don't know what I'm gonna do with like 2 meatballs. And some French fries. This is my favorite section because this is for my smoothies. I have just a few grapes left. I finally figured out what to do with the grapes from 2 years ago, so I'm putting them in smoothies. I've got some other frozen fruit, some frozen blueberry juice that came from fruit when I made the pie filling, and then some bananas down here, brown sugar. Keep that in the freezer. It doesn't ever get hard. And then I've got a little bit of sour cream left there, and then all of my regular yeast. This is where I keep all of the junk food. And so we have some ice cream, and back there is some Cool Whip, and then down below is some popcorn. No, there's not. They're popsicles. I have a little bit of fudge in there, and then this is actually protein brownies, but you know, it's chocolate, so we're working on that. This is the vegetables that are upstairs, and I'm trying to figure out a good method for what to keep upstairs, what to keep downstairs. I haven't figured it out yet, but this is onions. These are onions. I bought onions and I just diced them up and put them in the freezer. I have some spinach, some peas, some, what is this? Green onions. I have some hot peppers. I did give away the not hot peppers to my friend because I will never use them, but it was fun to grow them. Hot peppers I don't really like either, but if I'm making like cheddar, jalapeno, anything to give to anybody, it's nice to have those. And then a little bit of corn, crushed garlic, crushed ginger, and some beets. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be crushed onions in here somewhere. Not crushed. These, have I used these? I've used 2 of them. So excited about those. Next up is some junk food, White Castle burgers. That was just, I just did. That's it. This is what's left of the quiche, and then the, what is that? It was like a sausage Velveeta casserole, so just one of each. And this is what's left of the pizzas. These are sweet potato and chicken or pork? Sweet potato, pork, barbecue pizzas. Up here, we're a little bit getting disorganized. We've got some sausage, more sausage, hamburgers back there. Move that for a second. Whoops. I have potato cakes, some different meat that is lunch meat that we didn't need that day that I brought sandwiches over. And so we've got 2 different kinds of turkey and ham. And then I have some sausage that I cooked up, some hot dogs, and some brats. These are just extras that I couldn't use all of. It's some tomato sauce, or the tomato sauce isn't extra that I couldn't use. It was just extra from the canning. And then coconut milk. All the breads. We have a little bit of the 2 loaves of bread left that I made. That's a sandwich loaf. This is the English muffin loaf. Made those at the beginning of what I thought was Pantry Challenge. I have a little bit of waffle and then a bunch of pancakes left. 1 of those muffins left. That is it. And then I have a store-bought set of buns that are very freezer burned. This is an extra pie crust. This is, I just added this in here from the shelf above. This is the curry bread, which is delicious. And then up here, I just have a bunch of cheese, which this is not where I want to keep the cheese. I'm working on it. Still trying to figure this all out. And then this is the extra noodles from when I made way too many noodles. And here's where we have all of our single serve freezer meals. So if you're interested what all is up here, definitely go check out a single serve freezer meals video. All right, let's take a field trip. Don't judge my dirty floors. We're going to the garage. All right. I only use the freezer out here. Fridge is just for extra drinks and such that mainly my husband. So I need to use these. I used some of them, they were getting really hard. I need to use these all up like ASAP. Those are corn tortillas from way too long ago. Same here, buns from way too long ago. I was on a really big kick of eating these patties and now I haven't been because there's so many calories and not very much nutrition, but those are there. I have some orange juice, some heavy cream, and some milk. Up here we have some freezer meals, more freezer meals. These are delicious. These are my secret. Those are amazing. Family recipe. Haven't shared it yet. Maybe I will someday, maybe not. And we've got a bunch of butter because butter was on sale. Did you see my post? It was on sale for like $2.29 or something each. Fantastic deal. And then we have more freezer meals. More freezer meals. So we're doing okay out here. Some junk food. We have more french fries, more chicken nuggets. Not more chicken nuggets, just chicken nuggets. This is enchilada sauce that I need to use at some point. I made too much one day. Brown sugar. And then these are what's left of the donuts from when I made donuts at Christmas time. I want to use those to make like a Oreo pie or something, but I didn't make it when I thought I was going to make it, and then I realized chocolate causes those migraines, so I'm kind of at a loss. We'll see. I know somebody who would love it, so maybe I'll make it and give it to them. All right, we are in the basement. I have 2 freezers. We have this black chest freezer, and we have this stand-up freezer. What's that? That's a toy. You know, I need to get down here more often. If I don't know what's on the workout spot, that means I haven't been on the workout spot. You know, we need to do that. So, let's take a peek in here. We are looking pretty good. Down here, I have a bunch of ribs. There's actually 4 of them. Next to the ribs is a turkey. And I actually just recently reorganized this, and so we're looking good. And this is a pork roast. Other than that, that's all that's down there, just the big things. Over here, I have some, is it sausage? Not gluten-free, BF, breakfast sausage. Can you tell I was gluten-free for a while? I have some chicken thighs. And this is my favorite way to package them. Small enough, it works. Some bone-in chicken thighs. Then I have quite a few diced. Well, that's still chicken thighs, but diced chicken breasts, and that's just regular chicken breast. So I guess I use most of the diced. And then I have ground chicken, because when I bought all that chicken, I ground quite a bit of it. So I think actually this is all ground chicken. So it looks like most of my chicken right now is in the ground state. So this is all of the chicken that I have left from when I bought a ton of it. So that day I did not buy the chicken thighs, but I did buy the chicken, well, I said chicken thighs. I did not buy the bone-in skin on chicken thighs when I bought my big bulk chicken order. I did buy all the rest of it. So this is what I've got left. It's probably, gosh, it's still quite a bit. It just doesn't quite look like it because most of it is ground. Okay. In this freezer, I like to keep vegetables here. So what we've got is some celery, some green onions, and we have carrots, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. And then what's this? Whoa, sorry for the spook, Milo. Oh, those are just scraps to use for making broth. But I haven't even been using scraps in broth, so I've really pared down what I want to keep here versus upstairs. I'm thinking I might want to get a few corns just in case I need just a little bit of corn. And there's not very much garden stuff left. So we're getting there until you come over here. And then we have all of the squash and the zucchini. Now, I didn't really like this squash. I called it J squash. It came from the store. I mean, the squash didn't, the plant did, and it looked like a J. And it was just really tough. So I might be composting the squashes that say J squash, but the others are good. I have way too many brats. Don't ask. It was a sale. We didn't need that many. They're high in fat. I don't know. These are the onion tops from a while ago. And you know, I probably should dehydrate those, shouldn't I? And then make onion powder. That would be a good idea. So maybe I'll put that on my list. Remind me, put that on your to-do list, Carrie. I have some beef. We've got just a beef roast, which really needs to be used. I have some diced beef, and then I have a beef, what do you call that? It's like a steak, or I don't know, a big hunk of beef, basically. We don't eat a ton of beef. I'm really not supposed to eat a ton of beef either, per my body and doctors and such. Down here is all pork chops, and we definitely need to use those. So I think I'm kind of like, I need to not use any meat for a while. I need to use up what we have and then restock. I think I'm at that point. Here is ground beef, and so we have just 7 ground beef left, and ground beef is on sale right now. Well, what day is it? It's not anymore. What are you doing? Why are you scratching the water heater? I don't understand. Anyways, these aren't on sale anymore, but they were $3.99 a pound for the 97 or 93.7. So that's a fantastic deal. And then down here we have a few sausages. I don't like these. The Jimmy Dean shaped like that for some reason just don't taste good, but those ones are delicious. The other shape. Does that make any sense? Why would one shape taste good and the other not? I have, what is this? Oh, bacon. I rarely use bacon. We have some hot dogs, more hot dogs, and then these things that are delicious, the apple, Gouda, cheddar. I was thinking about those yesterday. Maybe I'll make those tonight. Maybe. We'll leave them down here for now. We have a roll mix. We have a pancake mix. We have banana chips. Oh, I need to eat those. Those look delicious. We have butter powder. Ooh, sweet corn. and peas. I try not to open too many of these at a time, so more cat food. And last but not least is, well, that's usually filled with coffee and tea, so I gotta refill the coffee side of it. And then this is where I keep coffee creamer, extra coffee such, all the protein powder. I'm almost out of this, super greens. So I've been trying to drink greens instead of tea in the morning. It's been helping a little bit. And then I've been trying to make sure I'm eating a lot of protein, drinking a lot of protein. So I have protein powder and then chocolate that I need to figure out if I'm gonna be using or not. Got some honey, got all the little drink mixes, and that's about it. Realizing there's some food I didn't show you, I always keep a basket of fruit. Right now there's just 2 bananas left, but this is what I like to do is keep refilling it with fruit that doesn't go in the fridge. Oh, okay, we did it. I've been holding my arm up for a long time in my phone and it is tired, so it's about time to wrap this up. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in extra pantry challenge videos, extra tour videos, I have a ton of them on my page. Go check them out. There'll be 2 videos up on the end screen if you want to watch those instead. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being here, and bye-bye.